Hi guys, it's Carolee. Welcome back to another chair yoga. Hope everybody is having a good time with their family and soon enough it's going to get warm outside. We can start gardening, get outside and walk. I hope everybody's been staying in contact with people as far as you can email, you can text, you can call. You can still go for walks outside and say hi to your neighbors. Just keep your safe distance. We all miss you at Glass Court. I can't wait to be back at the club with you guys. And as soon as we get back, you better believe I'm bringing some baked goods for all of you. We'll figure out what it's going to be when we get there, because I'll have to figure out what it's around for color or theme of some kind. But anyway, let's get back to chair yoga. So, just going over a few things like we talked about before was, I'm noticing my chair is a little bit, I'm going to adjust my camera. Sorry guys. Just a little bit. Okay. So you can tell that my chair is in a nice stable, it's not going to move. If I wanted to, I could place it against a wall to help with the stability. Today, we're also going to possibly use a block. You don't need to, but if you want to, a shoe box is a good block if you don't have yoga blocks at home. Even a cake box. And even like a shipping box. I'm taking off my socks because even in chair yoga, you shouldn't really have socks on. You should either have shoes or your bare feet. So I am going to my bare feet. Once again, even at home, we want to be safe. So sometimes at home, it's hard to get centered, especially just trying to quiet and focus on your breath. So why don't we go ahead and stand up, and we'll just do a quick tapping exercise to kind of try and help get us centered and focused and ready for yoga, and then we'll start our class. Okay, so let's all stand up. I think I've got to adjust my camera again. I'm sorry for all the adjustments, guys. Hopefully, yeah, I'll just stand behind my chair, which you can stand behind your chair or wherever. So let's just stand in good form. So our ankles are directly below our knees directly below our hips. We're lengthening through that spine. Our shoulders are nice and back and relaxed. And just sit, just take a nice deep breath just here. This even just feels good. Our feet are shining straight forward. Exhale. Whew, that feels good. Okay, so now let's take our hands, take your fingers, start tapping the top of your head, and then come down to the sides and go around to the back of the head from the sides. And from there, go to the base of the skull, right where the skull meets the top of the neck. And tap gently there. Elbows are out wide. We still have our feet shining straight forward. And then shake your hands out. Now tap your your collarbones from the center out. And then lift your hands up to bring them back to center. And continue to tap. And then as we've talked before, the sternum, I'm going to move my necklaces, tap the sternum. That also helps boost your immune system, and if you're getting a cold or anything, it can help with that. So once again, drink your water, take walks, keep moving. Garlic helps, a natural immune system booster. Okay, now take your fingers and tap the sides of your torso. And then shake your hands out. Now bring your hands, cross them over in front of your pelvis. Bring them up through heart center, through the air. Make a circle. Once again, inhale, bringing the arms up. And then make a circle. Roll those shoulders. Hopefully, we've gotten to release everything that it took to get us to this point to do our yoga. So, let's start yoga. So, we'll start in good stance. So our feet are shining straight forward, ankles directly under knees, knees in line with hips. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Release the head, shaking it yes, shaking it no. Trying to release that whole posterior chain, the whole back side of your body. Taking a few deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, raise your head so the neck is in line with the spine and extend the arms behind you, palms up, thumbs towards the midline of the body. Spread those collarbones. Remember, you do still have some weight in the feet. Your legs are always active, even in chair yoga, all the poses. Now inhale, bring the arms forward, palms face together, thumbs up to the sky. Zip the belly up, push through the feet, come on up to seated. Release the arms down, roll the shoulders in both directions. Once again, arms overhead, because we know when we lift our arms, that helps expand our lungs. It helps with any congestion that we have. Exhale, push that air down with resistance down to the earth. Once again, arms up. This time, hands meet, palms together. Bring them straight through to heart center, pressing the palms together just for one breath. Release. Shake the hands out. And now, if you want, if you have a yoga block, if you've got a shoebox, or you can just pretend like you're holding a beach ball, but try to have some of that resistance in your hands. Whether you have the box or not, we want that, feel that resistance pushing in on the hands. Arms are straight out. Inhale, zip that belly up, push through the feet. Follow your hands up to the sky, hands are box. Breathing nice deep breaths as you extend the arms as straight as you can. And then exhale down. I would say the straightness of the arms should be more important than how high you get the hands. So try to get those arms as straight as you can. And then lower down. I'm going to not do it with the box this time just because I'm going to show for if you don't have a block or a box. So zip that belly up. You're really tensing, contracting those muscles in your arms and shooting energy through the fingers while you're imagining pushing the air in. Inhale, arms up overhead. Following with your eyes. Once again, it's more important to have your arms straight than how high your hands get. Now, lower down, all the way, keeping that energy shooting through the fingers, feeling it in your triceps, in the back of your arms possibly. And then release. Roll those shoulders in both directions. And then let's interlace our fingers together. Place the fingers underneath the chin. Now, you might need to watch this first because I think we've only done it a couple times in class and I think it's been a while. So on the inhale, we're going to lift our elbows up as we lift our chin up. And on the exhale, we're going to lower our chin and our elbows and bring them back together. Okay, and the chin comes down. We're only going to do a couple breaths like this. So my hand is pretty much fit right underneath my chin and like kind of resting against my throat even, if you can do that. Elbows don't have to come together because you don't want to scrunch your shoulders up or anything, but you do want to bring them close together. So now we're going to inhale and lift the elbows and the chin up, looking up to the sky, really pressing through those fingers to open up the palms, release those muscles in the hands. Now exhale, release the elbows, release the head. Elbows don't need to touch. Inhale, lift those elbows, lift the chin, look up, really take the elbows out and up. Exhale, lower the elbows, lower the chin. We're going to do it one more time because it's just so good for congestion. Inhale, look up, lift the elbows up, chin up. Exhale, elbows down, chin down. Release the hands, shake them out, roll the shoulders in both directions. And now we're going to take, you can simply have your hands out like goalposts. If you want to go a little bit further, you can take them up to you can take your hands up to your temples. If you want to go a little bit further, you can interlace your hands and place them behind the skull. I want to get my ponytail out of the way. And now lengthen that torso, and remember, you want weight in your feet. We always still have active legs even though we're sitting because we want to build those muscles as well. Lengthen the torso on your inhale, and on your exhale, let's tip to the right, trying to keep two shoulders in one line, really feeling the stretch along that left torso. Spreading those elbows back, taking some nice deep breaths, pressing through our feet. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, let's go straight over to the left side. Keeping those shoulders in one line, pushing through the feet, feeling that nice stretch. Inhale back to center. Release the hands down. Roll those shoulders both directions. If you need to, you can shake out the hands. So now let's go ahead and do that reach. Reach where we take our left hand and reach to pick an apple out of the corner of the room. So inhale, lengthen that left arm across, reaching for the corner of the room, taking a grip of the apple and pull that elbow down. Now other side, same thing. So we're taking our hand, reaching it for the corner of the room. Notice I've got a nice little twist in my ribs as I extend my hand, gripping it, pulling that elbow down. Once again, so we're going to reach, grip, and really contract those muscles. Pull that elbow down. Once again, reach, grip, pull that elbow down. Roll those shoulders both directions. And now hands come to knee. We'll go for a camel ride. So inhale, drop the belly, let the belly release. Look up to the sky, spread those collarbones, pulling the sternum forward. Exhale, scoop the belly in, round that pelvis, make a C with your spine, really rounding, rounding, rounding. Head comes towards the top of the legs. Inhale, let the belly drop, extend those collarbones. And round the back on the exhale. Feet are still active. And then inhale, come to neutral, roll the shoulders, give a little bit of movement to the torso. And now let's march in place. So let's get our hands involved a little bit, just warming up the legs a little. Inhaling and exhaling. Hoping you guys are taking the time to work on any home projects you guys might have, or catching up on correspondence. And then release. Let's take that right leg and take a big step out with it. We're going to take both legs out, so don't take it as wide open as you can. Now let's take this left leg, take a big stance with it. Now we're going to take our left shoulder over to our right knee, but we're just going to rotate those ribs. We don't want necessarily, you can let it follow, but we're more trying to work the spine. So work with the ribs. So go ahead, inhale, arms up overhead. Now let's rotate those ribs over to the right, and then exhale, forward fold over that right knee. Making sure you don't let that left knee collapse, pressing weight into that left foot as well. Take a few deep breaths here. Extend the arms out, biceps by ears, pressing through the feet. Inhale, come back up, and then rotate those ribs to center. Now we're going to go directly over to the other side. So rotate those ribs over to the left. Forward fold. You have weight in both feet. Taking a few deep breaths here, letting your head hang, letting your arms hang. Legs are active. Don't let that right knee fall in. And then extend the arms so the biceps are by the ears. Push through the feet. Come on up. And then rotate those ribs back to center. Release the arms down. Walk the feet in. Go ahead. Bring some movement. You can roll your shoulders if you'd like. Inhale, arms out like eagle wings. Oh, I'm out of the focus a little bit, I think. Arms out like eagle wings. And now cross over, give yourself a hug. Try to reach for those shoulder blades, really trying to open up the back. Now lift those elbows up just a little. Breathing deeply. Exhale back down. Open the arms up wide. Other arm comes on top. So now grab for those shoulder blades or just giving yourself a great big hug. Breathing deeply. Open up those elbows up. Lift them up to the sky. And then inhale, arms out. Exhale, release the shoulders. And now you can scoot back to the back of your chair if you need more support. You can scoot to the middle of your chair if you want a little bit more challenge, or you can scoot to the edge of your chair if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. So be honest with yourself where you want to be. We're going to go to bird dog. So the further back you are, the more supported your leg is, and the straighter, the more support you have for your back. The further forward you come, less support for your back, which takes more of your lower back and stomach muscles, as well as your hip flexor because your legs. So wherever you're at, inhale. You can have your opposite hand, you can have your hands on the chair for support as well. Lengthen that torso on your inhale. And go ahead and exhale, release the shoulders, widen those collarbones. And then on your next inhale, extend the right leg and left arm up. Exhale, lower, other side. Inhale, right arm, left leg. I went opposite. I apologize, down. So now we're going to go back to the, I said it wrong the first time, the right leg, left arm. I think I said it wrong the first time. I'm sorry. Lengthen through the torso as you come up, as you lift that leg. Don't lower down. Lengthen. If you can't get the height, that's fine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, other side. So now once again, lengthen through that torso, lifting the leg, lifting the arm. Exhale, down. Inhale, other side. Foot is flexed. Really reach through those hands, lengthening, lengthening. Exhale, down. Inhale, other side. Last one. And my grounded foot is still active. Exhale, down. Release the shoulders. Shake out the legs if you need to. We can bounce our feet a little bit. And let's actually take your feet and I know you probably have shoes on just like we do in the club, but go ahead and try, and maybe you don't. And since you are at home, maybe it does challenge your balance more, so you'll need to really be careful when you balance. But maybe try to do it barefooted at home. It might be good, but be safe first and foremost. So anyway, let's spread our toes, whether you're in shoes or not in shoes. Spread your toes and then relax. Bounce on your toes a little bit, keeping the heels up. And then inhale, arms out like goalposts. Exhale, bring them together. Resist, resist. Trying to get those elbows to touch. Exhale. Inhale. I am messing up here. Open up the arms. Exhale. Bring them together. It's hard when you guys aren't with me. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Close those elbows up. Release the arms down. Roll the shoulders. And now let's go ahead and stand up. So, let's go ahead and stand up. So come to the front of your chair, hands on the knees, come on forward. Okay, and I'm going to have to adjust my camera again. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm learning all of this as we go, and I'm trying to make video for you guys, but I know it can be hard. So I'm sorry if it's frustrating you of me lacking my knowledge as far as technology goes. So let's stand at the back of your chair. And let's first pedal the feet out. So pedal the feet out, lifting the heels as high as you can. And now let's just stay up on the toes, lifting, lifting as high as you can. Try to squeeze your heels together. I don't know if I'm in this scene or not, and I'm sorry if I'm not, you guys. Okay, now down. I don't know what poses I'm in or not. So go to the back of the chair and lift the left leg up. We're going to start practicing balance. So once again, right now, hold that chair with your right hand. Bring that left leg now up to the straight ahead of you. Feet are flexed back towards your body. And now place that foot down like you're walking on a tightrope right in front of the right foot. Now see if you can balance. So tap, hover, or you can go ahead and grow those limbs, extending that torso, breathing normal no matter where you're at. You can lift one arm up, tap, hover. You could have them out like eagle wings, just practicing our balance. Hands back to the chair, foot comes back forward, out to the side again. Now hold it. We really feel it right there in our glute. Hold it there for a second. We're really building muscle. And then release down. Whew. Shake those legs out. Okay, so now let's inhale, bend that left knee up. Try to get it at a 90-degree angle so it's at your hip. If it isn't, that's a goal. You can still be at the balance pose here. You're at a balance pose here. You're at a balance pose if you've got your foot just a little bit off the ground. So wherever you are at. Now, take that knee. You can have your hand on your knee for support as well. Wherever you're at, even if you're on the ground, let's take that knee and open it up to the side. You can have your hand on your knee if that helps. Even if you're down here, you're still opening up. Okay? Now bring it back to center. Release it down. Shake that leg out. And go to the other side of your chair. I just knocked over my box. I'm just going to move my chair for ease. And now we'll do the other leg. So, inhale, lift that leg straight out to the side. And then bring it forward. We've got our belly engaged, our torso is long. Now drop that right foot in front of the left. And find your balance. Once you find your balance, you can tap, hover, or grow those limbs. You can always have one arm up, one arm on the chair. Remember to be safe. You can have them out like eagle wings. That might be a little bit easier to balance. However you want. Breathing normal, focusing on the balance. Then exhale, release the arms down. Bring that foot up and out to the side. Now, bend the knee and then bring it out to the side. Now, once again, even if you're down here, you're bringing the knee out to the side, opening up that hip. You can have your hand on the knee, wherever it will be, but we're just trying, and if this is where you're at, then this is where you're at. We're working our goal to open up our hip, okay? Taking a few deep breaths here, really challenging our balance. You can tap if you want, hover, and then bring the knee forward, release it down. Whew. Bring some movement to the legs. And then I'm going to move my chair back this way so I've got my notes so I can see. So now take a nice step back, probably a good foot and a half maybe from the chair. And let's step our right foot forward between those two chair legs. If you want, you can take a bigger stance. We're going to bend that front knee. But we're keeping that back leg straight. Hands are on the chair right now. Our hips and our ribs are square. Hips can go wherever, really. If they feel more comfortable, a little bit tilted to the side, that's fine. But we definitely want our ribs squared to the chair. So now, inhale. You can lift one arm, two arms, tap, whatever you want, but inhale, extend those arms, lift them up to the sky, zip that belly up. Now you might be here, you can still extend the arms and have them on the chair. You're still extending the arms, you can tap, that's still working the balance. You can hover, you can have them straight out, or you can just bring them all the way up, really pressing through that back foot, lengthening that back leg, and then exhale, arms come to chair, step that back leg forward, shake the legs out a little bit. And now we'll do that again on the other side. So take a 12 foot and a half, 12, to 18 inches back from the chair. And now let's step our left foot forward. And you can take a little bit bigger of a stance. Once you get comfortable, you know where you want your feet. We want to bend in that front knee. Your front foot is between the two chair legs. And now square those ribs, zip the belly up, lengthen that torso. Hands are on the back of the chair. Really lengthen through that back leg. Have the heel on the ground. You might need to take a shorter stance or a longer. You know what you need. Listen to your body. Now you can either tap. I do want your arms straight though. So you can either tap, hover, or start working them all the way up, keeping those ribs squared until you work your arms all the way straight up, releasing those shoulders down though. Don't have them up by your ears. Relax them down. Stomach is engaged, breathing normal, gaze is out at your horizon. You could also have just one arm on. I would like them straight, like I say. So you could have one resting. If you need to, you can have it gripping though. And then go ahead, exhale your arms all the way down. Grab that chair. Take that back foot, step up to the chair. Release the legs. Give them a little bit of movement. And now let's take a step back from the chair again, probably about foot and a half. And we're just going to do a couple push-ups. So it's wherever you're at. You've got the back of the chair, your palms are on it, and we're going to squeeze our elbows in as we bend them and lower down, trying to keep our body in one line, and then push back up. Now, that might be a little bit too much, so you might just want to go down and up like this. You don't have to come all the way down, but squeeze those elbows in no matter where you're at. And then push back up, being very careful that your chair is very sturdy. One more time, so down, and then push back up, and release, walk up to the chair, hold the chair, release the arms, release the legs, give a little bit of movement to both. And then let's go ahead and return back to our chair. And I'm going to move my seat back just a little bit, I think. I'm still a little on the mat, so I know I'm still safe. Because we're going to do where we pump our legs like we're on swings. So you could have your hands on the side. You could be seated back. That gives you more support for your back and for your legs. So less challenging if you're all the way back. More challenging if you come a little bit further up. You can have your hands on the side. And more challenging if you come a little bit further up and maybe don't have your hands on the side. So let's all start with our hands on this side though, so we can feel where our balance is and where our movement is and everything. So inhale, lengthen, and let's begin. So we're going to lengthen our feet like we're swinging. We want to keep that straight back, and actually let's flex them back towards us as we bring them up. Nope, lengthen the toes, lengthen the toes. You guys, this is new to me, I'm sorry. Lengthen the toes. And then as you bring them back, flex those feet and bring them back behind you. So as you come forward, we're lengthening the toes, extending the legs. As we come back, we're flexing the toes back towards the shins and bringing them back behind the chair. Extending the legs, extending the torso, pointing the toes, and then bringing them back as we come back. I think we usually do it opposite, but this time we're going different, a little bit different. Okay, and legs down. Whew, that worked my legs. I know, my quads a lot. So now, let's just bounce, how we bounce on that heel, bounce that right leg, open it up, trying to build a little bit of bone mass. And then back to center. And opposite way. I gotta move my notes because they're in the way. Sorry, guys. So keep going. And then just bring some movement to your legs. Let's go ahead and press our hands together just for a moment, opening those palms, opening those fingers, feeling your hands really opening up, and then release, shake them out. And now let's bring our hands up, all of our fingers squeezed together, bring the pinkies out and back in. Spock hands, who can do them today? Back in. I can't ever do it with, you'd think because I'm right-handed I would be able to do it with this hand, but I can't. Anyway, now ring finger apart, index finger apart, in, and then thumb apart, in. Now opposite way, so index finger out, back in. Spock hands again. Oh, really hard for me. I need to get back into the club because I'm not practicing. Back in and pinkies out. Back in. Shake the hands out. Woo! Has anybody been practicing Junior Birdman, I wonder? Well, let's see. So, let's take our hands, give the okay sign. Pull them back like you're holding a tray and tuck those fingers underneath your chin. Now elbows come wide and you bring up the okay sign for your glasses. And now we're flying away like we're superheroes. Woo! All right. Very cool. And release down. It is really good for your hands and it is fun and we all look silly when we do it. So another fun thing. And now you guys can be practicing at home. So when we get back, I expect everybody to be pros. Just kidding. Okay, so now let's do an eye exercise. I don't think I did that last time. So let's look up, take your eyes only, not your head. We're working the eyes so the eye muscles don't become lazy. So look up at the 12. Really look up, almost like you're trying to look up and behind you. And down at the 6. Up at the 12. Down at the 6. Over at the 9. And once again, as if you're trying to look behind the corner behind you. Over at the 3. And the 9. And 3. Up at the 2. Down at the 7. Up at the 2. Down at 7. Up at the 11. down at 5, up at the 11, and down at 5. Now, let's rub our hands together and create some heat. Our eyes muscles usually don't work as hard as we just made them work. So once you feel like you've got a little bit of heat going in your hands, just cup them gently over your eyes, just to relax and release them a little. Breathing normally. And release the hands down. Okay, so guys, I think that was kind of a little shorter than usual, but at least it got you guys moving. I hope to see you guys real soon, and I can't wait to bake something for you guys. So now we're going to just seal our practice. And normally, well, why don't we take, you know what, we'll take 5 deep full breaths. I keep trying to work your lungs to keep opening them up and making sure that you guys remain clear. So let's just take 5 deep breaths together. So inhale, lengthen that torso, raise the arms overhead. And exhale, meet the palms in center, bring them through the heart center. Release once again. Inhale all the way up. Hands meet. Come through the midline to heart center. Once again, this is our third one. Inhale all the way up. Hands meet. Come through midline to heart center. 4th breath. Inhale, lengthen that torso. We still have weight in our feet a little bit. Meet in the midline. Come through to heart center. Our last breath of the class together. Inhale. Arms all the way up, shooting energy through the fingers, meeting palms in the midline, bringing them down to heart center. Elbows out. Namaste. Thanks for sharing some of your time with me, guys. Take care. I can't wait to see you back at the studio.